Pokémon Legends Arceus has changed the world of Pokémon forever. How's it going, you wonderful trainers? It's Jay, and in today's video we're going to explore these major and minor changes and see how they could fit in future Pokémon games. And don't worry, there are no spoilers in this video. We're only going to talk about mechanics. So let's go! Pokémon Legends Arceus is such a groundbreaking Pokémon game and a massive step up for the series. There are so many amazing quality of life changes that make it such a smooth, such a fun and such an enjoyable experience, and they're all these little changes that we would love to see kept for future Pokémon games, whether it's Gen 9 or whether it's remakes. These changes have to stay. So let's talk about them. One of the biggest differences in Pokémon Legends Arceus must be catching critters. In past Pokémon games it would be very much static, wandering into long grass, crossing your fingers and toes for that elusive monster you've been looking for. Sword and Shield mixed it up by having those creatures wander about in the wild area. Still, you'd need to kind of make contact, you'd have to have a tricky battle and throw your balls. Battle, ball, catch them all. It's worked super well for the last 26 years, but what makes Arceus different from the rest of the series is that flexibility. There's no random battles and you've got beasts living and thriving, very much like Sword and Shield, but this time round you can attempt to catch them by simply just throwing a ball at them. It sounds super easy, right? But not all Pokemon will react the same. Some will break out, some will scarper, and some will just want to battle you anyway. The trick is to sneak up slowly. It feels like an episode of the anime, You're Ash, and these Pokemon are truly living and breathing in this world. Other Pokemon do need to be battled in the more traditional way, but these feel far quicker and more alive than ever before. They take place within the game world rather than a separate pop-up arena. It's fast, it's seamless, and this is what Pokemon needs in future games. Another major change in Arceus must be the item wheel. It's a small thing to have, but it's a huge difference in Arceus. In the past games, you'd open your bag, you'd sift through, you'd try to desperately scramble for that little thing you were looking for. It's sluggish, it's long-winded, and challenging to manage, especially later on in the game. In Arceus, there's a nifty little wheel of items on the bottom of the screen. Use your shoulder buttons to shuffle through your Pokemon or your items, and you can whip out the potion, grab a ball or two. Because things are so alive in this world and so instant, it's massively helpful to be able to just quickly grab the thing you're wanting and have access to what you need. Apart from items, one of the best differences in Arceus has to be the ability to shuffle through Pokemon. Gone are the days of having to go into your menu and make one of your Pokemon the top of the list. Now it's a case of simply scrolling through with your shoulder button, getting your desired Pokemon and throwing it out into the heat of battle or to interact with the environment. It's a very small change, but it makes a massive difference as it's just so seamless now. Have you ever accidentally forgotten a move by mistake, or do you spend minutes of excruciating time thinking of which move to keep? Another major change in Arceus is the ability to bank existing moves. What? Yeah, Pokemon can still have up to 4 active moves in play at one time. That's very standard, but those special abilities that you've learned in the past, yep, they are still there. This is possibly one of the most requested options in over 2 decades of Pokemon. Why do our Pokemon need to forget moves? You've got your 4 core moves, it's traditional, but you can go into each Pokemon and look at different reserve moves. So you can pull a move that you may have replaced many levels ago, shove it back in. It is a huge game changer. You can even buy moves as well. It's a much needed flexibility to Pokemon that has to definitely become standard in an upcoming Pokemon adventure. Are you fast? Or are you strong? Pokemon has, since it began in 1996, been a game of turns. You pick a move and hopefully your critter will use it before its rival. This time round it's similar, very much similar, but it's far more seamless and fluid, and the next step up for battle and strategy. By gobbling up extra Pipi, a Pokemon can use certain moves in either Agile or Strong style. It's entirely optional, but it's super useful for those very critical moments. crafting certainly isn't new. You've seen it in Breath of the Wild as Link brews up some delicious meals on the go. You've seen it in Animal Crossing as well. It's now Pokemon's turn to let trainers brew up tools and potions on the go. Having such a massive world makes it useful for this, where it gives you a little bit more of a nudge and an incentive to interact with the environment more. You end up scrambling for little bits to work with, hunting out supplies for, more so than any other Pokemon game. Side quests aren't anything new when it comes to Pokemon or any other major adventure game, but one of the differences in Arceus is they feel more bedded in. Because of the game's story and setup, they're needed to flesh things out, but they have far more purpose, more weight than ever before. They're listed out in your quest log and it makes you feel more connected to the world. NPCs are still very much standing about and kind of just existing, but they're finally getting a little bit more character, a little bit more intention and purpose than we've had in years. Weaving this kind of setup into a traditional Pokemon game would be amazing, especially to break up that standard 8-badge journey, fleshing out the world and giving you more to do at the end of the game as well. Pokemon is all about evolution, and fortunately your critters can and still do evolve, but a major change in Arceus has to be the way that they evolve. No, it's not some special button combination, or candies, or shoving your Pokemon bestie into a machine. This time round the game lets you know when a Pokemon is ready for that shining metamorphosis. In previous games it would trigger and you'd have to deny it, but this small change means that the journey isn't interrupted and you can continue running about and exploring the world without this massive evolution animation just appearing in your face. And the same applies to moves as well. It's so smooth and it's really needed in Pokemon Gen 9. In previous Pokemon games you go from town to town, gym to gym, and routes would generally be filled with static Pokemon trainers who want your blood, standing there, lifeless. This time round the land is vast. There are some huge sprawling areas to explore and get lost in. It's a massive game. Though we did have the wild area in Sword and Shield, this just feels different. The Pokemon feel as if they truly exist in these little environments. They're plodding about, swimming around. Spawns do feel a little bit static, so there's room to grow there when it comes to variety. Blending these open areas with traditional towns and the standard Pokemon journey could be a great way of expanding the series in Gen 9. Having a fully 3D camera is one of the biggest differences in Arceus, finally being able to explore the world in a more dynamic way. So there we go, the major and minor changes and the differences in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I really hope Game Freak stick to this formula, bring in some of the old elements and make the ultimate Pokemon Gen 9. This is such a great game. And what do you think? What do you think about Pokemon Legends Arceus? Is it the right way, the right direction for Pokemon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more geeky and gaming and Pokemon and Nintendo videos, you may want to subscribe. And before you grab your Pokeballs and move on to the next video, be sure to check out our exclusive merch, geeky and gaming designs voted for by you. Thank you so much for your support. Links are below. And there we go, hopefully a little teaser, a little insight into the future of Pokemon. Long may these changes stay. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.